So how do we know what we know? I guess this has been a really intriguing question for me and something I've given a lot of thought to. One thing that really changed my whole perspective on this was a great book by Joseph Pierce called Cracking the Cosmic Egg, where he talks about the reality that we're aware of is sort of this shell around us, this egg, and any new idea or original thought kind of cracks through this egg and becomes a new ground to stand on, so to speak. And then above that, a new layer forms. And the eggshell essentially represents the limitations of our thinking. So our truth that we accept for ourselves becomes sort of a cage in which we can become entrapped in. We can become very trapped in our truth and what we know for sure, because that knowledge is sort of simultaneously the ground that we stand on, and the world that we create, the reality that we create, as well as potential limitation. So, when I was reading The Social Construction Revolution in the Making, I had a lot of thoughts concerning that, especially where Jurgen is talking about challenging tradition and challenging the norms of what we're told. I guess I see this hope and this new possibility as constantly available to us if we can only learn to see our reality for what it is, a social construction, right? Something that we've been told exists. And the truth, so to speak, of nature or of reality is that we live in a field of pure possibility. So anything's possible at any moment. If we can crack through the layer of reality, what the media tells us is true, what our history books tell us is true, and sort of create our own reality, not some narcissistic or fantasy worlds necessarily, because you can never fully throw away the context of the world we live in, right? We have to stand on the ground, stand on the shoulders, so to speak, of past thinkers, and use the context of what we've come to know to create new knowledge, new information, new synthesis of old information. Cracking the cosmic egg, constantly cracking through this shell. I think social construction provides us that tool that we can sort of have a basis for challenging the norms, challenging the system as a whole, and that basis will allow us to bring forth change in the way that the only way that we can know, which is our personal, bias-filled hope and value system. So, social construction, wonderful concept. It definitely has its weaknesses and its flaws, but I think it stands as a wonderful, basis or grounds to stand on in which we can crack through this cosmic egg.